So, you want to know what the meaning of life is? The meaning of your life is for you to find meaning for your life. Right now, the only meaning for your life right now is somebody else's meaning of their life. It's all a system control to get you to put meaning in somebody else's life and not put meaning in your life. We are living too much out there. Everything out there is happening to us. And, we've given up all of our control, all of our meaning to out there. Where if you sort of look at in here, what is the meaning to your life? Why do you think you're experiencing the problems that you're experiencing? Can you see that there's a pattern within your family that's repeating over and over again? Sometimes it's really hard to see because when you're in the same pattern, it's hard for you to see where you are. It's like being a fish in a fishbowl. You won't know you're a fish in a fishbowl until you jump out of that fishbowl looking at yourself. But let's just see how this whole game is being designed. There's a bunch of really, really lazy people that, it's important for you to give meaning to their life. If you see anybody with control issues, these are people that feel they need to control you. Like, oh, police want to control you, politicians want to control you, the corporate world wants to control you. So what is their issue? Control. Do they have self-control? No. So they're trying to control you, and you give up all your control by giving it up to them. Now, these little control freaks will control your education system. They'll control it so that there is a big dropout rate. Why? Because they need little factory workers, to work on the assembly line. Little slaves that do all the work for them while they earn all of the profits. There's only a few that, even if you do get a good education, it's, it's who you know, not what you know. That's a pretty big lesson to learn. So while you go and get your education and somebody's selling you on the idea that you're going to get this really, really great job, there's somebody profiting off of that. You have a student loan, so you have to pay it back, but who's profiting from it? A lot of teachers, keeps a lot of people working, making sure you're educated, and yet sitting in that classroom learning everything you are is a complete waste of time. When I went to school taking programming, I was told that there was 90 some percent rate of all students finding job in the educated field. Well, after I got into school and started finding out how many people actually get jobs in the field, it was more like 10%. So, who was profiting? Well, the girl that sold me the course got paid, and got paid for lying. The people that were arranging all of the student loans got paid for telling me a lie. All of those teachers, they needed students there so that they could get paid doing a job. So, everybody's working at something that's accomplishing nothing. You have so many different systems that guide you down that right path. The education system is definitely designed that way. Our justice system is definitely designed so you don't experience justice, which will piss you off, which will make you go on medication. So how many people profit off that? Well, all the lawyers get paid, while they pretend that you will get justice, but they don't. But they get a big paycheck doing it, trying to lie to you. Judges get paid an awful lot of money, knowing full well that we ain't even going to listen to a word you say, and we're going to make the criminals get their way. Just look at Obama and BP Oil. they're making fishermen be responsible for all the toxic waste that's inside the fish, that they're forcing them to, fish, or we don't have to pay you for all the damage we've done to your whole freaking career. That's what the whole justice system is about. It's about how to be a criminal and legally get away with it. So, I mean, if you trust in the justice system, you're kind of going to go insane, because at the end of the day, you're going to realize there is no justice. So while you get all pissed off, who else profits from it? Well, the pharmaceutical world, because you're going to be in fight flight, you're going to be in stress. Stress causes a whole pile of different illnesses, and every freaking illness that we can think of will have a medication for you to what? Block the problem out. You won't be able to sleep, so then you can get sleeping pills. You'll get cancer, so there's a ton of medication to stop you from, that cancer killing you, but, they have no cure for cancer yet. There's no reason to cure cancer. They don't want to cure cancer. They just want you to believe they can cure diseases by taking all of these medications. But if you haven't noticed, you can take one medication that'll solve one problem, but create 20 other problems. But the problem that you're dealing with has more of your attention, and you only care about that, and you don't give a shit if it's going to kill you in a different way. I don't want to die of cancer, but I don't care whether my liver stops or my heart stops, or, it's just a freaking game. So then you have, while you lose your mind, you're in fight flight and you can't figure anything out. You have the psychiatric world, who's going to put a diagnosis on you're mentally ill. No, it's not that you have a lot of problems that, society doesn't want to solve. It's all you. And if you haven't noticed, it's like block and deal, make you feel like you're the one with the problem. So you need to take a lot of different types of medication so you won't pay attention to you. You know, you need to serve all others. So, the psychiatric world will guide you down such a path of you saying, fit in. If you can't fix it, then fit in. Look at all of the motivational speakers. Tony Robbins is a really good example. He was dealing with a lot of poverty. There was a cause to the poverty that he was dealing with, and he had zero interest in figuring out what was the cause that forced him into the poverty he was experiencing. No. What he ended up doing, if you can't beat him, join him. So he ended up finding out how to be really rich by manipulating a lot of people into a lot of different brainwashing techniques. So then he's training other people to learn how to brainwash other people, how to take advantage of other people, so that you're rich and a lot of other people are poor. And he made a pretty good living off that, because that was the reason that caused his poverty. Is somebody was manipulating a system. Somebody was definitely taking advantage of somebody else. Somebody definitely was not following the laws, the rules that make society work and function good. So it's, that's what the psychiatric world will do, is guide you down a path for you to have meaning for somebody else's life. And if you can't find meaning to your life, then if you don't solve your problem, don't beat them, join them, you will not find meaning through your life. You will end up trying to manipulate other people to serve you, because you can't control yourself. You'll develop a control issue because you have no self-control, and you'll be guided down that path. Life is all about being happy by making somebody else make you happy. And ultimately, these really rich people have zero idea of what real happiness is about. They feel that happiness is all about, oh, that big boat makes me happy. in the moment. Oh, that nice vacation made me happy in the moment. They have zero tie to family and relationships and laughter and, doing well onto your community, making sure your food is healthy, making sure that your environments are safe. No, most of these people that find happiness through make you know manipulating other people, if you haven't noticed, they live in an awful lot of fear. They have these really nice big houses that have all of these electric gates. Why? Because they are the slave masters. They are the criminals that got away with crime, and it's kind of pissing a few people off. So they have to have protection from the people that they stole from, and they want to steal their stuff back. But if you go and steal their stuff back and you look a little angry because somebody stole something from you, that's they own the police department, and the police department will say, oh, you are a criminal, you need to go to jail. They don't want to stop these big corporate owners, these lazy people that have no self-control. They have no meaning in their life. They make other people have meaning. They make other people give them meaning in their life. And all they're doing is friggin' stealing your labor, your energy, your stuff, through a legal system, through manipulation with the psychiatric world, whatever. They all pissing you off. And while you're pissed off, while they created all of these reasons for you to be pissed off, you're going to try and take stuff back because you need to survive. If they take your food source, if they take away your meaning of life, it's going to piss you off, and you're going to be in fight flight. So you'll either run away and ignore that the problem is there, or you're going to fight for it. And then the police will take you away and throw you in jail. And how many people end up profiting off that? Well, we have lots of jails. We have lots of people that need to build jails. We need guards. A lot of people are profiting from you experiencing problems. So, the meaning of your life is for you to find meaning to your life. The problems that you are experiencing, face them, deal with it, and solve it. And the population is starting to find the similarities, that it is these rich people that are controlling all others and having, we're giving them meaning. We need to give ourselves meanings by being the solution to all of the problems that we're experiencing. Peace out.